guys, Urban Farmer here. I'm going to do an update video just for my subscribers here to show you guys where we are at now after all the storms that have hit and what has happened to the garden since then. So here we are, it's fall. I've completely torn out the melons, got rid of the snap beans. So here's what we did. After the incident with the rat that we had, this became just a regular old flower box. We don't eat anything out of here anymore just because that rat was all up in there. I still have the remnants of that stinking rodent sitting right here. I'm going to post that video and that whole excursion here in a couple of days, just so you guys can see what's happened and what's led up to all of this. This here is after all the storms. The plant died, so I trimmed it completely back, and now it's coming back again, and it's coming back better. So this is the second time that I've trimmed this tomato plant like this. I actually pruned it, deadheaded it all the way back. Actually, I was trying to kill it, but then it started growing new sprouts, and then the leaves are coming back. I mean, it's really crazy. So we're going to let that grow. And of course, there's our flowers that we use to attract any beneficial insects. What I have in the planter box now is curly kale, which we got from the big box office over there, or the big box store. And let's see what else we have here. In here, I got some seedlings started. These are not Bonnie plants. Actually, these are cherries, peaches, and I believe there's cherry, peaches, and apples. Of course, I still have my strawberries, and I did something different with this here. I put that planter's felt down on there because I learned that the berries touching the dirt is not good. And as we can see right there, there's some on top of the felt, and there's nothing eating them up, because there my strawberries were being eaten before they even were ripe. And I found out that there are microbes in the dirt that starts eating on the strawberries if the strawberries touch the dirt. So I put planter's felt down. There's our blueberry bush and our flower pot there. Let me zoom it out because that's like right there. And this is the planter box that I built. This is the one that rat was in. As you can see, I tore that sucker apart trying to catch that thing, man. Finally, though, it's being used for what it's for. I'm going to have to fix that. So I put the Carolina Reaper in here. I put my jalapeno plant in here. They started yellowing in those bags. So we had them in these bags right here. And they did really good. We had like 3 or 4 harvests off of them, but then they started yellowing. I don't know if it's because it's fall, but I just took the opportunity to go ahead and plant it in a bigger area to allow the roots to run. And we got some ornamental peppers from my favorite store. Y'all know where it's from. We want to plant that in there. I don't know if you can eat those things, but I looked online. They said that some people said they can be very bland or blisteringly hot. Either way, I'm going to try it and see. We'll film that at some point. Here's the olive tree. I got to fertilize it because it's been growing, but then just kind of as soon as the fall hit, it just kind of slowed down. But I think it needs fertilizer. The lilies, I learned a lot about these Oriental lilies. So they don't die off per se. They'll die from the top down. So if they were to turn yellow from the bottom up, then I would have problems in the bottom, in the root there. But they died from the top down, which means they're going back into the bulb. And it's already starting to, it's already starting to do its thing. It's going to come back with a vengeance here once the first cold snap comes, and then it warms back up in the spring. It's going to come back. So I'm glad I invested in that because I love the way those smell. Our lemon plant, or our lemon tree, I replanted that sucker, and now it's doing pretty good. It was infested with moths and stuff, so I went to get some neem oil max and that stuff works really good. As well as I have the BT and the diatomaceous earth. So everything that we have out here is all organic. Oh yes, and this right here. So this used to be our potato pit. We had the sweet potatoes in there. We had a good harvest off the sweet potatoes. They were actually really good too. And so I turned that pit, worked the soil, added some of the compost that I had from my compost bin, from the compost that we were making, and planted some new stuff. So now we have some stuff started from seeds. And we have our carrots there, some kale right there. This was not a seedling. This is actually a collards. Those are collards. But those seeds right back there are mustards. These are radishes, beets, and these cauliflowers. These are from Bonnie Plant. They're cauliflower. I wanted cauliflower and I didn't feel like trying to start it from seeds. I waited too long. This is Silver Queen corn. It's slow growing, but it's growing. We got some kale, curly leaf kale. Big Max pumpkins. There, you know what? Look, y'all, that's going to be ready on Christmas Eve. So I'm putting that sucker under the tree, but they're growing pretty good. And we got some turnips right back there. Those are all turnip greens right there. And of course, there's the broccoli that we've had since day one. We got those back in May, and we're still getting harvest off of that. That's our banana tree. That sucker's grown huge. I mulched some stuff for it, added some more things, and we ended up getting more sprouts off of it. So now we got maybe 2 or 3 little trees in there. This is the lemongrass. As you can see, it's about as tall as me. I stuck it in a clay pot. Did some research on some old methods with the grass, types of plants like grasses like that from Egypt and Africa and stuff. And a lot of them will do this. They'll put them in a clay pot like that, and kind of like a hydroponics. So just enough for the root to touch the water, and enough room in the top for the roots to get air. So, and it's been growing by leaps and bounds. So that's pretty cool. This here is our raised flower bed. We had somebody give us the gardening stuff, the raised bed things, and I came out here and put it together. We went to a local tree service here and got some mulch, and me and my wife came and sifted 7 cubic yards. That's 7 cubic yards of soil and mulch in there. And we mixed it with mulch, some compost of our own, and then we went and got some composted topsoil, some composted some composted fertilizer, cow manure. Mixed that all together and mixed it in with the soil we have in here. So this is some remnants we have left, and it's really good soil too. Nice, black, rich. That's what we get when we sifted all that stuff out of there. That's the pile right there. That's what's left of the pile. So we got like maybe another, still a lot of good soil in there that we can sift out. But in here we planted a curly parsley. That's a Bonnie plant. There's our onion chives, which is a Bonnie plant. Our peppers. That is our purple coneflower. This is not a Bonnie plant. This is American spinach, and it's growing really slow, but it is growing. Those are some scallions. There's a video that I posted where I showed I planted some scallions in a glass vase up on my windowsill here. Well, that's these right here. Finally planted those. These are turnips. And then the rest of these here are Bonnie plants. Collards, 2 different types of collards. Romaine lettuce. That's not a Bonnie plant. That's actual romaine lettuce that we got from the store. Somebody asked us if we were able to do that. So yeah, that was been in there for about 2 months, and it's been growing. I haven't been trimming it or anything. I need to go ahead and trim it. This is a potato, sweet potato that I found while turning the soil for the farm bed over there, and found some potatoes like about 3 or 4 feet down. So I pulled it out and put it in this bed and it started growing. Got some Brussels sprouts and we have celery. But that's it, guys. So we moved everything from here, cleared it all out from the summer harvest, and started our fall crops and put them in here and in here. So most of our root crops are in here, and most of our leafy crops are in here. So, oh yeah, I forgot about the compost bin over there. Let's check that out, shall we? All right, so this is the composter, and it's been busy. So these are all of our leaves from vegetables that we've had. That's the broccoli plant right there, the leaves from that. All this soil, the white stuff in there, that's the eggshells. We've been eating a lot of fresh eggs. So that's the eggshells. We got some vegetables. That's corn right there. That's been breaking down. It's probably hollow inside of there. But it does not smell like rotten food. It smells like fresh soil. It smells really good. Really, really good. So that's our update. We got you guys updated. We're going to keep posting the videos of everything up to this point prior to this, but I'm going to do this for all the ones that are subscribed here. We're going to do like a more current thing, because otherwise I'll be almost a year behind trying to keep up with myself. But yeah, you guys be blessed, be safe, and keep growing.